So when I found this car, it had been sitting for 30 years. I thought about reviving the engine. I made sure it turned over. It did. I removed the valve cover, made sure that all the valves were moving. They were. I sprayed some oil down the cylinders before I did that. I took the master cylinders, both of them off, the clutch and the brake master cylinder. Took the carbs off, rebuilt them. Washer pump was no good, so I put a new one on. The wiring is all original wiring. I didn't change it. It wasn't sketchy looking. You can see a few things have been moved around. Expansion tank is out of, I think, out of a Land Rover. I'm not 100% on that. Maybe somebody can answer that for sure. But it's a nice compact little tank, steel. Just bolts on right here. There's a couple brackets right there. And yeah, it's nice and compact. And it's an expansion tank, so the rad has a hose that goes in. It can dump coolant or it can take it back out. And then if it gets over pressurized, it'll dump it out onto the road. Now, hopefully this never happens, but it's there just in case. It's a good idea. I recommend it to anybody. Fuel lines, and of course the fuel filter I've changed. I change the fuel filter every year anyway, but I also changed it a month after I started driving it. You just can't be too sure. All right. Oh, obviously new plugs, new wires. Put the big stuff on there. And I took the generator off and sent it into a generator place, had everything checked and cleaned up and painted, and new bushings, bearings, whatever's in there. Now the only extra I had to do is I had to reverse prime the oil pump. So what they did to do that was take this line out, put a funnel down there, sort of tight fitting into that hole there, filled it full of oil, put the car in gear, and push the engine so it sucked in the oil into the oil pump. Now you might think, was it worth it? I started the car briefly for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, no oil pressure at all. I shut the car off. I did that procedure, started again, immediate oil pressure. So, worked for me. All right. So that's what I did to resurrect this engine. So when it came to the cooling system, I took the rad out, flushed it with the hose, put the hose in every direction, you know, this, put it in here, put it in the lower hose, put it in the rad cap, put it in the rad cap area, flushed it, ran the hose, got it all nice and clean. I took the water pump off, changed the water pump, because it might not be leaking today, but that's one of those things after a car's been sitting, you start driving and then it starts leaking. So I might as well do it then. I had everything off anyway, so new water pump, new thermostat and gasket. Again, when I was flushing it, I put the hose down in here and just let it run for a while and flush out the block, get as much crud as I could out of it. And I also went in the other area, in through the water pump area, and flushed that way as well to get any more. I also went in where the heater hoses go, you know, every direction I could, trying to flush any kind of rust or crud or anything out of it. All right, so that was the cooling system.